now to the deadly attack on the largest Islamic center in San Diego. 3 people were shot and killed, and authorities say the 2 teenage gunmen who opened fire were found dead nearby. Investigators say anti-Islamic writings and hate speech were on the weapons used in this attack. Just a very tragic and horrifying situation. Joining us now is Luke Baumgartner, a researcher at the program on extremism at George Washington University. Luke, thank you so much for taking the time to be with us.
Of course, thank you for having me.
And this is being investigated, we know, as a hate crime. FBI data shows that a growing number of domestic terrorist attacks and plots have taken place here in recent years. In your research and what you're seeing, what are some of the trends in extremism right now?
So one of the most alarming trends that we're kind of seeing in our research and in our neck of the woods is that there is a bit of a melding of ideologies across the political spectrum, where attackers or extremists will take bits and pieces from a couple of ideologies that might seem to be juxtaposed to one another or in conflict, and then try to form their own sort of worldview or justification for violence from that.
That is very disturbing. The suspects, of course, here have been identified as ages 17 and 18. That is so young. We know the internet has developed rapidly in the digital age. No bounds there. What are some of the ways people so young are being influenced to carry out violent attacks?
Well, it has a lot to do with the legacy of a prior generation of extremists, where the material that they made, produced, and edited and put out there is still floating around. It's not like it's deleted off the internet forever. So that's one of the issues. And the second issue that we run into is that there are very loose moderation policies for a lot of these social media platforms. I've looked at some of the shooters' alleged social media profiles, some of the profiles on really popular social media apps or gaming apps or gaming platforms. And there seems to be pretty much next to no effort to moderate some of the extremist content or activity that I saw in their social media accounts. Yeah. So it's really incumbent upon the tech companies to step up to the plate.
Yeah, you mentioned just so many platforms out there that young people are on and using, not even just their social media, but gaming accounts. They can interact with others there. Are there any certain character traits, maybe, Luke, that people who become radicalized share? Do they feel like they want to belong to a group? Do we see that they're maybe ostracized from normal community?
The unsatisfying answer is that there is goals, but in this instance and a couple of others that we've seen over the last couple of years, is that these are increasingly younger men, not necessarily all increasingly diverse, but they are sort of socially ostracized. They engage in hobbies or activities that are traditionally unpopular and do not lend themselves to any sort of social status. They become engrossed in video games, internet culture, meme culture, and stuff like that, and then on their internet world and succumbing to a lot of the influences that they find while they're immersed in that sort of ecosystem.
And I just want to ask one more here. We're having a little technical difficulty, but we do have you, Luke. The most important thing for parents who are trying to keep their kids safe, police what they're taking in online, what are some of the things parents can watch for?
Any sudden changes in behavior, or especially humor, is a big one. If they find something funny that polite society doesn't. It's important to ask the question, why is that funny? Can you explain that to me? Or what does that mean? Simply asking why, or why do you think this or that, is a great way to open up yourself and your family to a tougher conversation about some of the things that they're consuming online.
That is a really great tip. Just don't be afraid to kind of prod a little bit deeper there in some of those moments to know what your kids are doing online. Luke Baumgartner, a researcher at the program on extremism at George Washington University, with a lot of great insight for us this afternoon. Thank you again for joining us, Luke.
Thank you.
All right, take care and stay with us. We'll be right back after this quick break.